My sister showed up unannounced with luggage saying, "Movers are coming Thursday with the rest of my stuff." "The movers are coming Thursday with the rest of my stuff," my sister Jill announced while I was still processing that she was standing in my living room with luggage like she was checking into a hotel I apparently owned. "Make sure you're home to let them in. They don't like to wait." She hadn't called, hadn't texted, hadn't mentioned moving, just showed up expecting to live in my house because that's what Jill did, expected things to happen for her. "What movers? What stuff?" I asked, but she was already walking down the hallway opening doors. "This bathroom's too small. Where's the other one?" The other one was my bathroom in my bedroom that she had no business using. "Jill, you can't just move in here." She looked at me like I was speaking nonsense. "Where else would I go? My lease ended today." Her lease that she'd known was ending for months but hadn't bothered mentioning to me. "You need to clear out that back room," she said, dragging her suitcase past me. "I need space for my exercise equipment." That back room was my office where I worked from home every day. "That's my office, Jill," she shrugged. "You can work from the kitchen. I need a dedicated space for wellness." Wellness. She'd never exercised a day in her life, but now she needed my office for wellness. "Also, your refrigerator is full of your food. I'll need at least 3 shelves for my meal prep." She was already throwing my groceries into a bag. "This yogurt expires in 2 days anyway." It expired in 2 weeks, but she'd always been creative with facts. "You can't throw out my food," but she was already reorganizing everything. "I have specific dietary needs. You understand." I didn't understand anything except that my sister had decided she lived here now. The next morning, she'd rearranged my entire living room. "The couch was facing the wrong way," she explained while I stared at my furniture in completely different positions. "And those pictures had to go. Too depressing." The pictures of my vacation that I loved were stacked in the corner. "Jill, you can't redecorate my house." She wasn't listening. "I have friends coming for dinner Saturday. You'll need to cook something nice. Maybe that pasta thing you make." I hadn't agreed to cook anything for anyone. "Also, can you pick up my dry cleaning Friday? I have appointments all day." Appointments she'd apparently made assuming I'd be her personal assistant. "I'm not picking up your dry cleaning," she sighed. "Fine, I'll just wear something wrinkled to my interview. That'll make a great impression." Interview. She hadn't mentioned an interview. "What interview?" She waved vaguely. "Something downtown, banking or whatever. The outfit is crucial though, so if you can't help me succeed, that's on you." Everything was suddenly my responsibility, even though she'd invited herself into my life. Thursday, the movers actually came, with an entire apartment's worth of furniture. "Where should we put the bedroom set?" they asked, and Jill pointed to my room. "In there. The old stuff can go in storage." The old stuff was my bed that I'd bought 6 months ago. "That's my bedroom," I told the movers. "We're not moving anything in there." Jill pulled me aside. "Don't embarrass me in front of service people. We'll discuss this later." We'd discuss her trying to steal my bedroom later. The movers left confused with half her stuff in my garage because I wouldn't let them inside. "Now I have to sleep on your couch," Jill announced like this was my fault. "My back problems will definitely flare up. Remember when I had to go to physical therapy?" She'd gone to physical therapy once 5 years ago and still brought it up constantly. "There's a perfectly good guest room," I said, but she shook her head. "Too small, and the window faces east. Morning sun triggers my migraines." She'd never had a migraine in her life. That night, she was on my couch with her laptop typing loudly. "I need absolute quiet after 10, she announced at 11:30 while still typing. "So no TV in your room. The sound travels." She was banning me from watching TV in my own bedroom while she made noise in my living room. Saturday, her friends came for dinner. 7 people I'd never met expecting food I hadn't agreed to make. "Where's the spread?" Jill asked, finding me in my room. "I told everyone about your cooking." "I hadn't cooked anything." "You didn't ask me to cook, Jill. You informed me." She looked devastated. "So you're going to let me look like a liar in front of my friends? These are important connections for my career." Everything was about her career or her image or her comfort. Never about the fact that she'd invaded my home without asking. Her friends left hungry and confused. Jill spent the next day telling me how I'd ruined her networking opportunity. "You obviously don't want me to succeed," she said, while eating my groceries she'd claimed were expired. "Successful people support each other." Successful people also asked before moving in, but that logic was lost on her. Week 2, she started having packages delivered, dozens of them. "Can you organize these?" she'd say, leaving boxes everywhere. "I'm too busy to deal with it. Too busy doing what I never found out, but she was definitely too busy to handle her own deliveries."